Right here at the Kabaka Chabagu Stadium. It is turning out to be quite the fiesta, quite the atmosphere. Holy Saturday is living up to the billing. My oh my, have we not been entertained? A goal apiece, drama ensues, a goalkeeper with an error to prove, a referee with a birthday and an eagle eye. John Vianney Simbe. If the 45 minutes that follow can only live up to half what we saw, we're in for a good time.
Yeah, certainly. And you think that for Sports Club Villa, they'll be smelling blood here. Looking at how they finished off the first half, the team that was on top, clearly they're going to be giving this a push because they know that once they can get ahead, then they can possibly have a bigger chance of controlling the game and ensuring that they consolidate their position atop the StarTimes Uganda Premier League.
Substitution here, and it is the end of the game for one of the players, and Nyanzi Marvin, the other Marvin, gets onto the pitch. But for Sports Club Villa, they call him Chronix, aka here comes trouble. Kakande Peter getting on, and then the little maestro, Travis Mutiaba, gets in. John Vianney Simbe, talk about an arms race. Yeah. It looks like it is go for guns.
Yeah, exactly. You can see that the coach there, John Lujina, deciding to take off Marvin Mochivi, the youngster who created their opening goal, and substituting him with Marvin Nyanzi. Not a bad idea at all, but bringing on somebody with a lot more experience.
Going for it.
Yeah, exactly. And then Travis Mutiaba comes on for Joseph Kafumbe. I guess it's a very clear message here from the coach here, Nelly Magera Jackson, that he wants to have a lot more creativity, a lot more guile going forward, and somebody that can take on opponents and leave them for dead. And that's Travis Mutiaba. And then equally, Kakande, a speedster that can open up defenses on the left wing, and he surely will give Grant Masiko a real run for his money.
Ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're joining us all across the country and all across the world, for those on the StarTimes app, this is the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. This is where the title race is on. This is where the stars are born. We're live at the Kabaka Chabagu Stadium, coming to you on the exclusive home of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League, Chanyuka Prime. It's all brought to you by MTN, the official broadcast sponsor. John Vianney Simba, I must confess, for the people back at home and all over the place, as we see Travis Mutiaba, who just walked on, I haven't been mocked by very happy and very calm fans, especially of a team that you know that can actually get potentially riotous, Sports Club Villa, as we did at halftime.
Well, I think
it was a happy crowd. I felt loved. I'm sorry.
I think that the thing is that normally what happens is that after the experience that they had of their team being sent away to play in Nira, there's been a bit of soul searching by the Villa fans, and they've improved their behavior. Yeah.
So long ball is played through into the box area, teased up in here, looking for Travis Mutiaba, the young maestro, sets it up onto the wing. How long are we going to call him young? As the ball is played up front.
As long as he's young.
Uma Lutalo still plays with the under 20, but also called up for the national senior team. Need I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, he struck that goal against Tanzania that sent the Uganda Cranes into the Chan tournament.
Yeah, that's
also a player
Travis.
For this team.
Yeah, he is, and you hope that in the second half, I'm sure that for Coach Jackson Magere, he'll be hoping that he can turn on his style.
Ball played in. Joko looking to get their strides up and running.
Looking to get the second goal.
Running into the birthday boy, the referee. He's actually had a good game, and he's been a real mainstay in that defense. He's actually solidified that defense. With all due respect to Fred, Gift, and the rest of the pack in there, he's been a real calming influence in that defense.
Yeah, I think that his presence and size helps them sort out any kind of aerial threat that is thrown at them from the opponents. The only thing that maybe something that he needs to work on is a bit of more burst and pace, because if he gets into a situation where it's one-on-one with a very quick player, then you think that Edward Masembe could struggle a bit.
Ball played away. Looking for a touch, 1-2 into the midfield here. Kenya, the ball is taken away. John Vianney Simbe, normally we argue and struggle to pick out the man of the match. today, can everybody get a man of the match accolade, including the referees? Because I do dare say, I know I use this word lightly, but I do dare say this might be the best Uganda Premier League game I've watched this season so far.
I think that we've watched two teams that are very competitive, and they're really having a go at one another.
Sportiaba tries to dribble his way through, getting it into the center. Nice touch from Serubiri, looking for a touch, 1-2. Player brought down. Referee amesema nini? Hey, you've got to Swahili. Sorry. Free kick coming up. There. Travis fouling.
So it's so disappointing that while we thought that last season, after the kind of start that he had, that he would build on it and have a more domineering second season. This time round, he's been quite a wall.
Well, you might as well also want to counter the facts in there. He's had to do his senior 4 examinations. He's had a start and stop, especially with the under-20 team, then the national team. So he hasn't really had that much time, and a couple of illnesses. I hope someone related that mosquito net to him.
Yeah.
A couple of illnesses, and he hasn't really been the go-to guy for Sports Club Villa as he was last season.
Yeah, and I think even last season it was largely the first round of the season. In the second round he hardly played.
But at the moment he has the ball, and now he needs to with magic twist one way then the other, and the fans roar in appreciation. That is the kind of emotion he can invoke. The little maestro now going in for the ball, but the ball is kept well by Alex Komakech, a young man who I also believe does not get his flowers duly enough.
Yeah, I think he's been one of our WAKISO Giants' best players and very consistent, ever present. And he's kept George Kadu out of the starting lineup. And that's because of how well he's been playing.
As well as his discipline.
Yeah, even his discipline. That goes without saying. He's of the same generation as Mohamed Shaban. They played together with the under-17s in 2014. So clearly has a lot of experience also.
Go snatch the ball. This is the 70th minute man. Bala! He won't hear the noise, but he will feel it from the fans. The 70th minute man strikes Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Bale once again with the leading goal, and he says it's good night time. And I want to hear you one more time. The Jogos are riding high.
What a strike that is with his left foot, and bringing it to goal number 7 for him in the season. But you can see the bit of clumsiness from WAKISO Giants Madoy, and trying to play the pass to Senyonjo, and then he doesn't press the man, and what happens at Bale creates the angle for himself, and then he sends that strike flying high. And for Sports Club Villa, this will be quite an opportunity for them to consolidate the kind of leadership that they have at the top of the table.
Leader, I said John Vianney Simbe, that goal was helped by the fact that Arinda is already on a yellow card, so could not close in. But how about the immaculate work that is done by Ivan Serubiri in that midfield as Bale celebrated there, pressed hard, got the job done.
Yeah, the thing is that WAKISO Giants are going to really kick themselves in the teeth there, because from what they've just done there, the way they gave the ball away, you could clearly see that was clumsy defending, clumsy play coming in from Ronald Madoy.
Makula with the ball crossed in and it's headed away. Charles Bale quickly looking for the brace. But a sense of deja vu, John Vianney Simbe. Sports Club Villa were punished for a similar mistake in the first half, and that's how WAKISO Giants took the lead. Sports Club Villa paying back in equal measure. I might be still a lot more to write in this script.
Yeah, I guess so. But you can see that from what we've been seeing since from the first half, Villa have looked the more confident side, despite the fact that WAKISO Giants took the lead. But Villa have looked the more confident side, and that has got a lot to say with the kind of performances that have been putting up in recent weeks, while WAKISO Giants have been struggling.
That's the running here between Lawrence Mukenya and Sharif Chimboa. 53 minutes of the game played. Sharif Chimboa scoring that goal earlier on. He was on fire in the past couple of minutes. But of recent, it looks like he's been starved of play. Meantime, ladies and gentlemen, do not starve yourself of fun. Do not starve yourself of greatness. Do not starve yourself, because it's your time. Pilsner Lager is the official beer brand of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. Stand tall, stride on. Your time is now.
Well, I can tell you that where you see that WAKISO Giants now are going to be dropping lower on the table. They're 9th coming into this game. Do you think that they could end up in 10th if other results don't go their way?
Komakech hoists a long pole up front. Chimboa gliding away. My goodness, if you asked me for a picturestic game of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League, if I walked away today from Uganda and you told me this season, give me a game that epitomizes every beautiful thing about the StarTimes Uganda Premier League, it would be hard for me to stray away from this one.
One thing
it's
is,
had it all.
Yeah, I think that clearly we're going to have a hot race between Sports Club Villa, KCCA, and Vipers. The last time we had that kind of three-horse race was the 2017-2018 season. So it should be quite a spectacle going into the final games of the season. And as Villa now are playing the 21st.
And Bale was looking to race in once again, but this time looks like his hands were caught in the cookie jar. Jackson Nelly Magera, those gentlemen who was an understudy for
Mike
Hillary Motebi. And another man who also has affiliations
with Mike Hillary Motebi. Almost
John
a similar
Ayala
philosophy.
Luyinda.
Yeah.
No wonder it's a game that they love to, because they keep insisting they play their way. A mantra, first heard by Mike Hillary Motebi.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm sure that these fans are really delighted seeing where Nelly Jackson Magera has put their team. They probably would not have expected this at the beginning of the season. And that's why sometimes it's always hard to predict how far a team could go. But Villa has really surprised many.
John Vianesim, it's been a long time since we had someone in the cockpit also screaming Villa, Villa, Yeyo Villa, Joe Villa. But it's something that is being chanted even in the commentary van. That is the OB van in the back there. It just goes to say the Villa fans are nothing short of ecstatic. Coming from a goal down, they've been accused of having a frail mind frame, of looking to latch on late goals. But what a capacity they are propensing tonight by going ahead to come from a goal down and still putting it on. And for them, they believe this is theirs for the taking.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see how confident they feel right now. And of course, with the kind of result that they are posting and that they have right now, you just think that it's going to be quite a tall order for this WAKISO Giants team to come back from this one. They really seemed rattled by the kind of goal that was scored by Charles Bale. They have a free kick here in a good position. This is where you feel that they've got to also try and exploit these set pieces. That is the WAKISO Giants team. They've really looked second best in this second half so far from what we've seen.
Well, a free kick coming up. The ball is hoisted in. In the background there, picturestic look of what a typical Ugandan background looks like. It's not complete without a few banana plantations.
Yeah, definitely.
And a beautiful fene tree. And when it's football, that fene tree is not littered with fruit, but littered with fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Long ball into the midfield area, picked up well, squeezing it up here. Sumptuous touch. Oof. Oozing in confidence. Moses Aliro just glides his way. Now Hassan Senyonjo hasn't had a lot of influence today as the ball is crossed in. Looking for Nyanzi. Now picked up by Martin Elungat, formerly of Marara City, a team, by the way, that was relegated last season but could be on their way up this season if the StarTimes Uganda, that is the FUFA Big League table, is anything to go by.
Yeah, they've done pretty well, second on the log, and looking like they're really a team on the ascendancy. So it wouldn't be surprising if they return.
Charles Bale, Joseph Man! 58 minutes and Bale is not done. He's on rampage. He's wreaking havoc. He is the malevolent being that is laying waste to the Purple Sharks. Ladies and gentlemen, the fisherman is in the pond, and tonight he's hunting shark meat.
Well, I think that Bale, the mistake that WAKISO Giants keep making is allowing him get onto that left foot, because once he does that, he can always unleash that shot, and they're not doing a good job pressing him. but what a finisher that he is proving to be. And just look at how he uses his body to just shrug out of the way Madoi, and then he turns on his left, and Arinda doesn't stop that shot coming in, because he just doesn't press that left foot, because you just have got to do one thing. You don't allow Bale to get onto that left foot, because when he does, he can really wreak havoc like he just did there.
John Vianney Simbe, stop me if the comparison is too soon, but has Sports Club Villa not gotten their magic Majid Musisi of this generation?
Well, I think that's probably going a bit overboard, because Majid Musisi has got to prove the consistency which Majid had. But we've got to give credit to Bale for the kind of player that he's proving to be already. And he's turning out to be their really go-to man this season. Him being compared to Majid Musisi, he'll probably need to do it for a couple more seasons.
Majid Musisi, same frame, same stature, beautiful on the feet, well balanced, and a body to die for. Slick, silky, physical if need be. And Charles Bale seems to be reading that same script.
Absolutely. And the thing is that he's got the size that any coach would want for a centre forward. And then he's got good finishing instincts, but also very good and strong left foot.
Here comes Kenneth Semakula snatching the ball in a beautiful instance, twists and turns, silky as it is. A Beijing Tiger. Ooh, Travis Mutiava. Just letting everybody know he still has a couple of party tricks there to pop up there. Rabona it was. He sets the ball backwards. Sports Club Villa now in full confidence. At the far end there, John Vianney Simbe. Let's look at the far end and look at this post, because right now, Sports Club Villa, 43 points, extending that lead. It won't be news that the team known as Sports Club Vipers and KCCFC will want to hear. Meanwhile, for WAKISO Giants, that goal difference is a worrying one. 0 as it stands right now.
Yeah, of course, they've not been defending well, they've been conceding goals, and then on the other hand, they've not been scoring enough. And like I said, it's today was just their third goal in the second round in 7 games that they've played.
1 hour of action, and the Purple Sharks looking like they're getting defended in their own house.
Well, the thing is that
I think John Vianney Simbe, that's something we need to acknowledge about the teams that are actually riding high on the table.
well, he's trying to prove to improve his defense here, Coach Jackson, or rather John Luyinda.
Ayala.
Yeah, and the thing that he talked about in the pre-match is that they've got to defend well to keep Villa at bay and catch them on the break, and that's not something that they've done in this game.
Surprise, surprise. Hassan Senyonjo is the man that comes off for Onega, and Kadu George is the other player that is brought in. We talked about him earlier on and just how Alex Komakech had kept him at bay. And it looks like the captain here dejectedly walks off. Hassan Senyonjo is rarely a player you get to see substituted.
Absolutely.
Especially here at the Kabaka Chabago Stadium. But today seems to be a very different set of events.
Yeah, and you can see even Moses Ario has been taken off because they were really absent in the second half from what we've seen in the first 15 minutes of the second half. So I guess the coach, John Luyinda, just had to relieve them of the stress that they are going through in this game. But you can see that Villa is on top of them. Villa is looking buoyed. You can see how they are trying to keep the possession, but also they're taking the attacks at this WAKISO Giants defense with relentless abandon.
David O'Or Colgate was expected to be one of the shining sparks in this game. He hasn't lived up to the billing, but at the end of the day, would you default the team if they are leading 3-1 from a goal down, completely turning the tables? I tell you, John Vianney Simbe, tonight if they end up at that restaurant where they tend to have their dinner,
CJ?
wouldn't mind paying a bit of a fee.
You're talking about CJ? Is that where Villa have their dinner? I didn't know.
It's the rumor.
Well, I'm sure that they will definitely be handed that because of the Easter gift that they seem to be giving their fans already. 3-1 the lead. You really shudder to think what could happen to WAKISO Giants. If anything, I think that Villa could actually add a few more goals because they're looking really up for this one, unlike WAKISO Giants on the other hand.
On the other side, John Vianney Simbe, let's call on your instincts for the game. Where is it going wrong for WAKISO Giants and what needs to change?
Well, the thing is that they've got so many injuries, and then the departure of key players, Ibrahim Makasule and then Frank Sebufu, it would affect any team, and this can't surprise you. And when you're going up against a team that has got its mojo on like Villa, that has got its confidence really sky high like Villa, then it's always going to be very difficult for you to compete with them. And for WAKISO Giants right now, their confidence has been knocked by the recent results, and add the fact that they are missing key players that will probably have lifted their spirits, like Titus Sebatimba, who's also injured. Then you have also the absent Paul Wheeler in defense, and it's always going to be difficult for you to really get any sort of rhythm or even any confidence to win games easily.
So Mutiaba having a bit of a run in here with Alex Komakech, and that's a free kick awarded by the referee, the boy Paul Tuyambeba. Moment Taburiem launching long ball into the box area, and that's a damning indictment on this team, WAKISO Giants. You cannot allow the striker to have the first touch in your box area.
Yeah, you've got to close him down, and that's something that they've struggled to do in this game.
Tough tackling, standing on no occasion. The Jokos, Taburiem, who's already on the yellow card, a bit hard on that tackle challenge. Bale, 70th minute man, squeezes it out onto the wing, and the Jogos are on the attack and on the bounce and on the brawl, looking for a bona. Almost asking for a penalty there. Referee says thou shall not go. Ball taken away. Patrick Kakande weaving his form of magic here, and that's a goal kick coming up. Oh my, quality entertainment guaranteed.
Oh yeah, you can see the kind of inspiration that Patrick Kakande brings to the side when he's on. He carries the ball for acres of space, but also runs at defenses and gives them a lot of trouble because of his dribbling skills. And that is what helps Villa to keep opponents at bay. They've got to worry about Kakande.
Sharif Chimboa had a bright start to this game. Jackson Nelly Makera's judges, who are now listening to instructions from him, shut down his game. And you have to say, it's not his fault. He's just not receiving the reception he needs to. Out onto the wing. Chasing the ball, taken away, picked up into the midfield area. WAKISO Giants. Over 66 minutes of the game played. Long throw in, poised to come through. George Kadu launches the ball long in, well headed away. And now picked up instantly by Jogo. Sports Club Villa on the attack. This is David Colgate-War in possession. What can he come up with? Twisting one way and another. Brought to the ground. Referee says carry on. Looks like he'll bring it back for the earlier incident that he had played advantage for. It's a free kick here for Sports Club Villa. A solitary man attempting to play the Mujaguzo now for the Purple Sharks. But the impetus, the zeal, the need, the fire is extinguished.
Yeah, but that's something that they still have the energy, the WAKISO Giants fans, to really push on and beat the drum like they were doing in the first half. Clearly, they probably are feeling that this is a game that is out of their hands, and they've lost it already.
Well, a huge turn up here for the Sports Club Villa fans. I do dare say John Vianney even more than the home base.
Yeah.
It's what victory brings. It's what success brings. And
yeah, you can see that the Villa fans have come in large numbers, and that has a lot to do, of course, with the kind of results that their team has been posting of late.
Well, Sharif Chimboa might want to say something about that. Twist and turn, blocked away. Ooh la la.
Good defending from Villa.
Oh my, I'm not sure they had any 2 cents about that. That looked like an instinct block. But either way, Lady Luck is smiling on the Jogos for now.
Yeah, well, you need a bit of this if you're to win a football match. But that was a good player persistence coming in from Sharif Chimboa, taking that ball into that penalty area, and you can see that he's yet to give up, and that's a good attitude that he's showing. You can see how he's running and putting pressure on Gift Fred. Then he tries to find the pass to plays it to Marvin Nyanzi. Just that his attempted shot on target is blocked there by Edward Masembe. Good defending.
68 minutes of the game played. WAKISO Giants 1, Sports Club Villa, table leaders, leading by 3 goals to 1. Passed on, Kenneth Fred. Sorry, that is Kenneth Simakula. Apologies. His ball is picked up here. Clearing a long ball up front. WAKISO Giants looking for Sharif Chimboa. A bit late to start thinking of going for route 1, but even then it's not working quite that well. WAKISO Giants never a team that hoofs the ball forward. They normally play their way through the midfield. As for the moment, Lawrence Bukenya trying to epitomize those ethos, and is brought to the ground, and it's a free kick awarded.
Yeah. Well, it's the first time that Villa has scored 3 goals in one game this season. And that, I guess, says a lot about how they really have enjoyed this time round. Because if you look at the previous games that they've won, the scoreline has been maybe 2-1, at most 2-0. That's the scoreline by which they beat Express in the first round. Other than that, it's the first time that they are really scoring 3 in one game. And that just tells you also a lot about how much confidence that this team has in this game.
Patrick Kakande still writhing on the ground, and there's need for medical attention here for the Jogos as Onega tries to explain to the referee. Interestingly, John Vianney is saying that this is the first time we're seeing Onega in a frame, and it's nothing to do with footballing results since he was brought in.
Yeah, I don't think that he's been allowed to get many touches on the ball from what we've seen so far. And I think it's because by and large, WAKISO Giants have ceded possession to Sports Club Villa for much of this second half.
70 minutes of the game played. It is normally called the Jogo minute, the 70th minute, and they do have one particular player that thrives in this set of 10 minutes. His name is Charles Barley. He has a brace to his name.
Hat-trick now.
He is now going to be aiming for that hat-trick. Can the good streak of 70th minute strikes continue? Ball played away. Kadu trying to shrug him off. Ball is taken away. Sports Club Villa in advantage shot there coming in from David O'Ward. And there's a certain hunger about Sports Club Villa. They are leading with a 2-goal cushion, double insurance as they would normally call it. They just look like they are still in the hunt for more and more and more.
Yeah, of course, it's a team that has not been scoring so many goals, so they need to crank up their goal difference. Because if you look at them and you compare them to, say, KCC and Vipers, the other teams have been scoring a lot more, and you never know when goal difference could come into play in the latter stages of the season. So for AC Villa, I wonder whether this could be a WAKISO Giants fan with his hand on his cheek.
Skadu will take the free kick. Took a bit of a swerve on that one. But, nothing to write home about here. 19 minutes left to play in this particular match. Purple Sharks probably out of their depth at the moment. It's going to be a heavy soul searching, especially with the way they had signed brilliantly. We thought they would be arresting the rot at home. It looks like nothing has been arrested. Instead, they've been even exposed more. Nice stop. Getting the ball here for Ward Colgate. Tries to get the ball in. Ball intercepted. Shouts for penalty from a couple of fans, but referee not intrigued. And here comes Lelito Maestro. Travis Mutiaba, they call him the Mozart of the team. Plays it out onto the wing. Looking for the cross. Swift. Not decisive. Now it's picked up on the other side. For a kick 1-2. Into the center of the park. Sharif Chimboa trying to come up and pick the ball, and that's hefty challenging from Kenneth Semakula. In the meantime, these WAKISO Giants fans, I think grim is an understatement.
Yeah, I just don't think that they understand what has hit them. They're wondering the contrast of the first round and the second round, looking at how well they were in the first round and how things have turned on their head.
Ahmad Senfuka looking to shout open sesame, but the mountain in Sports Club Villa will just not oblige like it did for Alibaba.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just trying his luck out here. He knows that with Villa leading 3-1, they need to react now and try and get at least a goal back to actually breathe some life into their prospects, because clearly it's looking like it is game over already. But with 17 minutes still to play, then I think that WAKISO Giants can ill afford to give up.
Throw in coming up. Taboriem gets the ball launched into the box area, headed away by Lawrence Bukenya. Komakech setting it up here for Kadu. Tries to... Sharif Chimbo is frustrated, rightly so. He's not getting the supply. They're not playing the way he expects them to play. He's cutting a very forlorn figure up front.
Yeah, of course, what Villa has done so well is frustrate this WAKISO Giants side, and they've ended up negating from their principles of pass and move, the tiki-taka that we've always known them for. So now they're trying to play long balls and all that, but that's not in their DNA. It's not their style of play, and at the end of the day, they will struggle. So they just got to get back to their usual playing style and get Sharif Chimboa into the game.
Ruhanga, one who has faithfully supported the Jogos in the highs and the lows tonight, will feel like he's on top of the world. Rightly so, they're on top of the table.
Yeah, of course, it is a good feeling, I'm sure, that any Sports Club Villa fan will be having. When they look back on the fact that the last time they won the league was 2004, they'll feel that maybe if only they could sustain this run, and which would mean beating KCC, beating Vipers, to ensure that they consolidate their position on top of the log.
Over 20 years ago.
Yeah, 2004, 20 years ago is quite a long time.
Oh,
a child who was born at that time
20,
is now an adult.
Yeah. Substitution, Ogen has been brought on. That's Colin Ogen. Oh, actually, sorry, that is Ramadan Ogen who's brought on. And Alex Komakech is the player withdrawn. Just there in the off-frame, Hassan Senyonjo, the skipper. Normally a very quiet guy, but
looking sad, looking pretty sad there.
I think must be pondering what it's going to take for them to turn their season around.
Yeah, this is the biggest defeat that they've suffered also this season, as it stands anyway, because this game is not yet over. But 3-1, you don't remember the last time that WAKISO Giants lost by 3-1 this season. The other games that they've lost, it's been either 1-0 or 2-1. But Villa has turned out to be a totally different proposition.
Ball forward, played in for Collins, Onega. Trying to spread it up onto the wing. WAKISO Giants teasing it here for Lawrence Bukenya. Player goes to the ground. Referee says carry on. Diving header there to avert the danger. Well played here by Sports Club Villa's very own gift friend, captain. Taboriem beginning to feel the push and the pressure from the early skirmishes in this game. Martin Elunga hasn't had a lot to do in this game.
Yeah, hardly. By the way, when you come to think about his second half involvement, he could have read a newspaper, for all I care, or even had a cup of tea.
So a chance comes up here for the little maestro. The Mozart teases it up. Casual shot from David O'War. Another shot coming in from Ivan Serubiri. Taken away, Kenneth Semakula to Serubiri. Hefty touch. Still retains possession. Sending it up onto the wing. It's a good touch here coming in from the Chukos Lutalo. Fitting it in. Back to Lutalo. Trying to go on a war path here for Sports Club Villa. It's played into the center. Lawrence Bukenya for the Purple Sharks. Teases it away for George Kadu. There's a back pass to the goalkeeper, Shil Sekaja. Tonight has been made to look very pedestrian, largely from faults not his own.
Yeah, I don't think that he could have done much. For when you look at the kind of goals that he conceded, his defense just let him down.
Well, Vianney, you're talking about goal difference there for Sports Club Villa, 11 for them. KCC on 14. Vipers also on 14. It might actually make sense in the grand scheme of things to crank up those goals when you can.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know how things could pan out. The thing is that coming into this game, Sports Club Villa had only scored 19 goals. And now that they've scored 3, that takes that tally to 22, while KCC is in 30. So you can see that the difference is quite huge. And that's something that you feel that has been lacking in Sports Club Villa, having players that can really score the goals. And now as we're getting into the final bend of the season, it seems like goals are coming from across the pitch, and anyone can score. Owori has scored a couple in recent games that have proved quite significant. Now Bale is on fire, scored that winner against Bright Stars, scored a double today. You hope that this injury that is got him walking gingerly here is not so bad, because going into the tail end of the season, Villa can ill afford to miss any of these starters, because looking at their squad, they do not have so many options. They do not have such a big squad.
Well, substitution there, Sheikh Bate brought in. Looks like that's the end of the game of the 70th minute man, Charles Barley. A brace for him today and a good shift in office. Now Sheikh Bate, another one who has hunger in front of the goal area, is brought in with less than 10 minutes left to play, with just over 10 minutes left to play.
Yeah, he scored a winner against Express Sheikh Bate, and the consolation against WAKISO Giants in the first round. He scored for Villa, so I'm sure that probably be brimming in confidence, hoping that maybe he can get himself on the score sheet and complete his double of WAKISO Giants this season, with two goals against them in the two games that they have made. That's fine, the 2022-23 season.
Long ball forward, trying to get this one rolling underway. Magic, beautiful stuff here, being whipped in to the center of the park, picked up well, looking to control this one. Sports Club Villa defiant to the very end. Nice control from Kenneth Semakula, getting it up onto the wing. Nice touch from Travis Mutiaba, but George Kadu keeping him at bay, and there's another substitution. It looks like not Gift Fred, but Fred Agando is brought into the game, and his first duty will be the throw-in, taking place of Tabu Oriem.
Yeah, I think that what Coach Jackson Nelly Magera is trying to do now is rest some of the players, but also you look at the fact that Villa is leading 3-1, and you have your player Tabu Oriem on a yellow card. You think that maybe it is safe to take him off, because now if he got himself into some kind of mix where he gets a second yellow card and is sent off, then it would clearly upset the balance, and even for the games that are coming in future, you wouldn't want to have your player suspended when you could probably have avoided it.
A beautiful, beautiful game that is coming up here, and the Sports Club Villa fans will be very happy that they'll be notching up another win before that clash ahead of the defending champions, Vipers Sports Club. Meanwhile, Villa still has to play KCC, still has to play Vipers, and I believe if they can get results against those two teams, then this cup is well and truly theirs.
Yeah, if they can beat KCC and beat Vipers, which I must admit is not going to be an easy one, because they have to go to Lugogo, and you know that Vipers have got such a formidable side. It can't be easy, and they still have to play Bull that is struggling a lot in this second round. They still have tricky games coming up, and I guess you can't start celebrating, and I'm sure that the Villa fans know that they can't start celebrating until the fat lady sings.
Brilliant stuff here as it is. Just into the final 10 minutes of this particular game. Fall-on conclusion, John Vianney Simba, do we still expect any more to come in this one? It looks like the fire and the wave is slightly running out.
Well, I just don't see a WAKISO Giants coming back into this one. Looks like they are dead and buried. And I think you can only see, you majorly see that from their body language. And above all, even from the way they are applying themselves on the field. You just don't see them trying to put pressure on AC Villa, and once you don't do that, then it's going to be difficult for you to get back into the game. And what needs to change for WAKISO Giants going forward in these last minutes, they need to really, try and have a stranglehold of the ball, but take it to Villa and ask them questions which we've not seen for much of the second half.
Pilsner Lager is the official beer brand of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. Stand tall, stride on. Your time is now. Substitution there for Tom Masiko, coming in the place of Rahmat Semfuka. A couple of very influential players normally for WAKISO Giants today, really not even being halfway, just way below par.
Yeah, I think that clearly they got dispirited from the point that they conceded very early in the second half, 51st and 58th minute. Is a way it really put them off, and the fight that they had for much of the first half was got thrown out of the window. Somehow it went missing from the kind of game that they were playing.
Seven minutes, free kick here for the Purple Sharks. Can they snap their jaws once again?
Not that way. Not that way. Idea good, but the execution is just not right, and that's why you feel that when you're taking that kind of free kick, you've got to weigh the shot and ensure that once you lift it over the wall, you've given it just enough power to get it dropping down below the crossbar.
86 or approaching the 85th minute here, and on the attack, Sheikh Bate tries to keep it within play, and there's a good interception there. The referee says that's a foul by Bate on the substitute George Kadu, who I must say, by the way, is really putting in a good shift, good enough that he might just convince the coach that he needs to return to the starting 11.
Well, I think that it will take some really outstanding performance from George Kadu to claim that position from Alex Komakech. Because for the coach to remove Alex Komakech, then he must have such a calamitous performance for him to think of changing left backs. Alex Komakech has done well.
Ball brought through. Free kick coming up here. WAKISO Giants could have a chance.
Free kick in a good position, but you wonder whether the WAKISO Giants still have the energy, let alone the belief that they can actually get a goal from this kind of situation. As Sports Club Villa preparing to bring on Chiwanuka to replace David Owori.
Well, end of the game here for Colgate Owori. Chiwanuka will also get a run-in on this particular one. Rogers Chiwanuka for Sports Club Villa. Just quite a number of players in here who each have their own moments, who each have their own time. And now Rogers Chiwanuka has a chance to step up as well and let the Villa fans know what he's all about.
Yeah, with the last 4 minutes of the game.
Waved in. Was well taken there by Tom Masiko, veteran. Get the ball through. Nice flick on. Looking for a nice touch up onto the wing. Trying to race their way in here. Ball is intercepted. But then again, now a shot coming in from the standing captain, Lawrence Bukenya. Well blocked. Versatile play. Now out onto the back line. And well kept out here by Ronald Badoy. The Villa fans are only waiting for that final whistle to confirm they are still the apex predator in the StarTimes Uganda Premier League.
Yeah, and what an Easter gift it will be that their team has won 2 games in the week. But the one that comes on the heels of Easter is a 3-1 humbling of WAKISO Giants. That will be quite a huge statement from Sports Club Villa, and even for all the opponents coming up, they will definitely take notice.
Ball goes over the line. It's a throw in coming up. Kadu doing enough to put Sheikh Bate off his game for now. Ball played into space by Freda Gandu. And now Sports Club Villa into the box area, sizing the ball up here. A little clumsy, but eventually the ball is cleared away. And there's been a very casual and relaxed, laid-back approach here in the entire game by Sports Club Villa's Ivan Serubiri. He's literally looked like he's just having a kick about today.
Yeah, I think he's not been put under pressure by that WAKISO Giants midfield. And it's time that he's found himself in good positions where he's picked up the ball without any pressure, so he can easily have his passing range on. And but you've got to give him credit that he's been able to read where the ball could end up, and that's a huge plus for him.
Possession at the edge edge of the box area. Now at the corner flag, trying to retain. Solid play coming in from Umar Lutalo, but the ball is taken away by the Purple Sharks here. WAKISO Giants not be happy that they're losing at home. And there's a foul there on Sharif Chimboa. It's a free kick awarded right at the center flag, at the center line. Sorry.
Well, it's quite a long time ago since Sharif Chimboa gave WAKISO Giants the lead. Quite a surprise it was, I'm sure, for many people that were watching this game, that Sharif Chimboa and the manner in which he scored that goal. For many, I guess, they probably started feeling that could this be the time that WAKISO get their first win of the second round.
Impressive play coming in here from Chiwanuka, the substitute, skipping away from challenge after challenge, and eventually when he's brought down on his marauding run, it's one worthy of applause here from the Sports Club Villa fans. As Agandu looking for options to deliver the ball to. It looks like it will be back to Chiwanuka. Loses possession this time around. Kenneth Semakula intercepts. Ivan Serubidi teases it in. 1-2. Looking for the little maestro, the Mozart. Travis Mutiaba now to Chiwanuka. He's having support here in Agandu. Villa nicely chipped in. Brilliant stuff for Travis Mutiaba. Can he pick his spot? Right cut back. Gets the ball in. Kakande. Ball blocked. Referee says that's a corner. Travis Mutiaba makes it look so easy. And I must dare say, that was nothing short of breathtaking from the little maestro, the little Mozart.
Well, I think that was brilliant. But just look at how he takes the ball down, and then he puts his body between the man and the ball and doesn't lose it and still picks up that pass. That is a really intelligent player, and that can only come from a player that has got so much quality like Travis Mutiaba. The finishing was only the missing bit, and that's where you feel that maybe Kakande rushed his shot a bit.
90th minute it is, and for Byaruhanga, the Jogos will march home in a happy stature as the assist, that is the fourth official, Aisha Chiza, signals there'll be no less than 2 minutes added on in this particular match. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. The race is on, and it's live exclusively right here on Sanyuka Prime, brought to you by MTN, the official broadcast sponsor. WAKISO Giants, the Purple Sharks, 1. Sports Club Villa, the Jogos, 3. Throw-in coming up here for WAKISO. Mid peg back, dodging, dribbling. A game that will have heavy impact on the StarTimes Uganda Premier League table, and also one that sets the precursor for tomorrow's night fiesta. 6 p.m. KCC will take on UPDF. For the moment, WAKISO Giants trying to finish this one in a dignified fashion. Going on to the ball, fancying a shot. Oh my goodness, that hit the ball. Ooh, Martin Elungat almost catching egg in face. He tends to have very weird positionings here. He did so last season against Barra City. Now once again, nearly getting punished here by the Purple Sharks as Kadu tries to cross the ball in, and that's a corner. Misjudged the trajectory of that ball, thought it would slip away, and my oh my, was he saved by the upright. Brilliant shot coming in right there from Collins Onega. Ball played up onto the wing. Onega looking for the shot, deflected, cleared away. Good stuff coming in from the skipper, Fred Agandu. Sorry, that is Gift Fred. And now out onto the wing, looking for Kakande. But he won't have time to do any further damage. The deed is done. He has risen, and the fans are ecstatic. Christ will rise tomorrow. Sports Club Villa giving a precursor of what should be happening tomorrow. And Sharif Chimboa gave the lead to WAKISO Giants, and just when they thought they were in safe grounds, Bashir Sekaja had to go to the back of his net 3 times and cuts a dejected figure out there. Omar Lutalo, orchestrator-in-chief for what has been an annihilation and nothing short of a sumptuous performance here from the Jogos. They played well. He scored one of the goals, set up one of the goals, and one of the other gentlemen who performed admirably well is their 70th minute man in Charles Barley. At the end of the day, 3 points on the log once again for the Jogos. The title race is truly on. Full time at the Kabaka Chabagu Stadium in WAKISO. WAKISO Giants 1, Sports Club Villa 3.
Well, the Sports Club Villa fans are in full voice right there in the background as they sing songs that are praising their players. They could not have wished for a better Easter gift as they run out 3-1.